Hello there, my name is Richard. The first time see my channel, you should review cartoon series, anime series, or something completely random. And today we talk about Aquaman, King of Atlantis, the last final chapter of the animated trilogy. And this final chapter quite completely surprised me. Every little thing I had a problem of the final two chapters before this one. It was the episode was too long and the show wasn't funny enough. And this final chapter kind of completely fix that out of nowhere. Maybe because they jammed so many things on this episode, and also the conclusion of the smaller arc they trying to do of the crystals, like what they are and what their purpose. Like there were two crystals, one to speed up time, the other to slow on time. The reason why they created is for this giant mech machine who could go a different timeline, almost like being a sort of machine god kind of level. But the show never really fully explained because they don't have the documents what it is made for. The only thing you know is created by smaller creatures to limit at time. We don't know what's the main purpose, but that was the whole point. But I love it that Drill Master, the first villain in the Aquaman phase of the first episode, that he was sort of planning this at the very beginning. He wanted to be captured. He wanted to be locked out with Ocean Master so he can escape, make a right on the prison so he get the two diamonds and the machine so he can control time itself. Basically becoming a god. But I love it that Drill Master is surprisingly a decent villain because he plans everything. To the point that even he knows the machine or the mech suit have sort of safety procedure that you have to be this small. So he's a human size. How a human sized person fit in the machine? Simple. Cut his head off. I mean, that was kind of disturbing. He was quite literally prepared to do that. He did, and he was sort of how to describe it, the thing you had to fit in is sort of crank size, like the Ninja Turtles main villain of the franchise of the Turtles. That kind of small, fit in there. He can now control the machine. Now he's terrorizing everybody, including Aquaman. And this the episode that Aquaman steps out and prove himself 100% that I am worthy to be a king and trust of my people. And he really did. It's something that was sort of surprised. It also dealt with very carefully because at the very end, you're a new guy trying to convince people you be worthy by your own royalty. Always trying to do whatever he can, but he never could convince him. But I love the message is sometimes you can't convince everyone. Just do your best you can and just go for it. And that's what Aquaman did. He did his own thing. He survived. I mean, save people and make things happen. And little by little, people trying to understand him, understand and believe Aquaman. And that is so special to the very end of the chapter because he finally did convince everybody. Even some of the choices he made sort of questionable, like he made the bandits of the chapter one his royal bodyguards. That's like a huge ass question. You think that's smart enough? You think they're not that dumb to be your bodyguards? I mean, it's kind of weird choice, but the very end, he did pay off. At the same time, he doesn't because the royal bodyguards keep letting Ocean Master take his royal chair nowadays. I mean, that's part of the running gag about this series, but all of that, this series sort of click, especially the animation. They fully commit with the animation and what kind of actions can do. And I just sort of was blown away. I mean, this episode sort of told me this is was a great series. The only problem is it just took way too long. I was like, yeah, that's a problem because you did everything you did on this first chapter. You did the same thing as the first. I don't know why they did it. Maybe they wanted to build the world even more. But sometimes I don't think you need world building of this series. I mean, you just more like just things happen, just be okay with it, turn your brain, you have a great time. But they decide to world build. And that's, I think, was maybe a bad choice. But other than that, I recommend watch chapter 3. Chapter 3 is probably the only one that was really well made. I mean, the comedy was on point, the action was great, and the sentimental parts of Aquaman, fun, convincing everybody he is worthy. The King is completely worthy watching this final episode. It was just great. It was entertaining, action packed. everything I sort of wanted at the very beginning, but finally delivered right here. Now I really got nothing else to say, just one question. Do you hate this series? Do you like it? Tell me down below, let me know. I really got nothing else to say, just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.